Now, some basic schools in pupils in Kumasi have resorted to personal studies as teachers show solidarity with their national demand for cost of living allowance. The students defied Tuesday's rain for school as many were not aware of the strike declared on Monday. Class 3 pupils of the new Asafo Basic School decided to keep themselves busy by going over the previous day's lessons. Nana Ojima visited some schools in the region and filed this report.
It was a wet morning on Tuesday in Kumasi, but the rains did not deter the children from going to school. At the new Asafo Basic School, classrooms were empty as the students took to the school's playing field to have fun. The staff rooms were locked despite the presence of 2 teachers and the headmistress who were there to ensure safety of the children. Some shared the reasons for their presence on campus.
Our mistress told us we should come to school today.
When did she say that?
Yesterday.
Why? Why did she ask you?
Please, I don't know.
But are you aware that your teachers are on strike?
No.
They didn't tell you that they are going on strike?
Yes.
So how do you feel to say that they are not in school?
I think we should learn ourselves.
Are you aware that they are absent? Did they tell you that they won't come to school today?
No.
They won't?
Yes.
So what are you going to
We will gather ourselves so that we will learn.
So when do you think you'll be leaving the premises?
I don't know what time we will leave. Yes.
In class 3, the pupils here have decided to go over the previous day's lesson. They trust the class prefect to lead them for the activity.
They say our teachers will not come, but we don't know the reason.
The class prefect will lead us to read what is on the board.
Reading? Yes. Reading. This is about 9. Yeah, you can't read it. You can't read it.
At the Adiababa and Amekom Basic Schools, students were found idling on campus. Though head teachers were seen on the premises, they will not speak to our news team. For now, it looks like the daily decision to go to school rests with the children and their parents in the face of the strike. For Joy News, Nana Ojima, Kumasi.
And some basic school head teachers in the Techiman municipality of the Bono East region send school pupils back home, contrary to a directive to keep the schools open and have teachers supervise the pupils. Now, at the Techiman Islamic Basic School, the headmistress, Isiama Fuseina, said the directive is to ensure that the pupils return home safely. And Asabit monitored the situation in the area and filed the following report.
So as the strike action by various teacher unions across the country takes effect today, we are monitoring the situation across the Techiman municipality. Currently, I am in the Islamic Basic School and the head mistress have been engaging, Madam Isiama Fusina has been telling me measures she's taking to ensure that the 6 pupils who are already here in their numbers are safe. She's instructed them to go back to their homes. We've been speaking with her. Let's take a listen.
Yesterday we heard it in the news concerning this strike action. But we also heard that at least the heads should be in school, open the doors, and then for the pupils. So this morning I decided to come and see what's happening here.
The situation isn't any different here at the Techiman Islamic Primary B, where the headmaster, Mr. Mohammed Boatin, has urged the pupils to return home, considering the fact that the teachers are not showing up today.
In fact, the situation, as you have come to see, I came around 7 o'clock to see the children around, but none of the teachers is showing up.
From the Techiman Islamic Cluster of Schools, my name is Anna Sabit reporting for Joy News.
From the Bono East region, let's head to the Oti region because third-year senior high school students in the region are calling on government to listen to their teachers and respond to their demands. They are worried the strike over cola could affect their pending final examinations. Correspondent Peter Senu has been interacting with some parents and students and our reports.
To come and see what will happen.
So what's happening today? What did you see?
I see that there is no teacher here. It's only the students.
Good. You are in Form 3 too?
Yes, please.
How do you feel about the situation?
I don't like it at all, but we don't know what to do about it.
We stayed in the house for barely a year and not being able to complete our syllabus. We are finding it much very difficult to even prepare for our final exams.
Some parents are also calling on government to immediately respond to the request by teachers so their children could go back to school.
Normal akosro until the teacher focus strike we are right because yeah too normal so na yeah two teacher we don't know what is going on. We don't know what is going on. They say they are allowance. So we appeal for the government to come to their aid.
I've also been joined by the district NAT chairman, Mr. Philip Obonye. He has been going around and we want to find out from him his observations.
Teachers are actually adhering strictly to the directive from leadership to stay out of work. So in some of the schools, they have been virtually closed down. Other places too, you go and meet only the head teacher at post.
From the Oti region, my name is Peter Senu for Joy News.
Elsewhere, Form 3 students of some public schools in the Tamale metropolis have expressed worry about the strike by their teachers that if it prolongs beyond what would affect their preparation for the basic examination, that's the BECE. As Martina Bugi reports, they are appealing to government to address the teachers' concern to enable them return to work.
Most schools Joy News visited were very quiet under lock and key, except for the chirping of birds and the movement of some security men. The school was literally quiet for a Tuesday morning. Earlier in the morning, Joy News has spoken to some of the students who said the strike action would impact negatively on their education.
I don't know that I would get on strike and I'm on my way to school, but if it's I would get on strike, I'm Form 3 student and my teachers have to prepare me for the BEC exam. And if they are on the strike, how can I be able to write my BEC exam? It will affect my education.
At the Lamashegu cluster of schools, the children said they wanted to use the classrooms, but the security man would not allow them enter these classrooms.
We come to school today, and the security man said he don't know what's happening. He said we should go home.
Okay.
Yesterday they not tell us that they are going somewhere, so we don't know. Today we just came to school.
And here in Accra, the minority in parliament say government should shut down pre-tertiary institutions if they cannot meet the demands of the teachers who are on strike. The Ghana Education Service has directed head teachers to keep their schools open, but addressing journalists in parliament, the deputy ranking member on the Education Committee, Dr. Clement Park, said it's not possible for head teachers and senior housemasters alone to protect students and keep the schools functioning.
The teacher unions, after failing to get the attention of government to address their request to be paid the cost of living allowance, also known as COLA, have decided to embark on a nationwide strike. As we speak today, close to 7 million students from kindergarten through primary school to junior high school to secondary schools are currently not benefiting from teaching and learning. Clearly, this is as a result of the government's inability to meet its obligations and to be proactive in addressing the needs and demands of labor unions, including the teachers. We have seen a circular from the Ghana Education Service directing managers of schools to take control and to ensure the safety and security of students. Clearly, that cannot be enough if you consider that one head teacher alone cannot take care and secure the safety of an entire school. So we want to urge government to immediately address the concerns of the teachers so that they can go back to the classrooms without any further delay. If this goes on beyond 2 to 3 days, it will be advisable for the GES to direct that the schools be closed down for the safety and security of the students. But ultimately, government bears the responsibility of ensuring that the needful is done so that the teachers can go back to the classroom.